Hi everybody, thanks for checking out my review for the StarCam IP camera. I bought this from Lvshan on Amazon. Wanted to run you through a quick video review of it, also show you the setup, kind of show you what comes in the box. So in the box you get the power cable, you get an Ethernet cable if you want to hardwire it in, you just plug it right in there. This is also where you plug the power cable into when you're ready. You get the camera itself. This is the camera. I was actually really impressed with it. It's got a good feel to it. It doesn't feel cheaply made at all. It's a metal body construction. This is the outdoor camera, so I needed it to be completely weatherproof. And it looks really awesome. It's the right size too. So I don't want really giant obtrusive cameras around my house, but I also want it to be big enough that people will see it because I want to use it more as a deterrent than actually trying to catch somebody, because yeah, it's cool if you have them on video. It definitely helps, but I would rather try to prevent it from happening in the first place. So you want them to be able to see it, so it's kind of obvious, but it's not obtrusive at all. It's a great size. It's about the size of a phone. Then you get your antenna. The antenna just screws right here on the back, just like that. You can tighten it down, do it whatever angle you want. And then this is the mount. So to use the mount, you're going to unscrew this part all the way. When that's unscrewed, you're going to slide that in here. The mount is on, and you can attach it this way. So you can either attach this top piece to the camera first, or the pole to the top piece, this piece here that I'm talking about here. But either way, then you just screw it in here like so. And you're good to go. So I'm actually going, there you go. So you can mount it however you want, tighten it down to get it in the angle that you want. So something like that. I'm going to take it off because I don't want to scratch my table up. I'm actually going to take you out and show you how I mount it too. I'm going to have to be a little creative because I'm renting this house and I don't want to put holes in everything. If you own the house and you can secure it better than I do, that's awesome. You're going to use these screws. It comes with some screws and also some anchors. So literally everything you need to get started. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to download the app. Then I'm going to switch to screenshot mode so that I can run you through the setup. Basically, it looks like all you do is plug it in and set the camera close to the phone, and it should find. So I'll run you through that. Then I'm going to install it. And I'll actually upload some test video to YouTube so you can see it in full quality. Amazon downscales our video. So look for Lvshan IP camera review on YouTube to see the full quality video. So all right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to download the app and I'll be right back with you. All right, everybody, welcome back. All I've done is I've downloaded this i4 app from the Google Play Store. It's also available on iTunes. Just search i4. You're going to click it. First time you log in, it's going to ask you to create an account. You create the account, it'll take you to this page, which is add equipment. So there's a few different ways. We're going to hit IP camera because that's what we're working. There's a few different ways to install it: wireless installation, local area network, or input manually. So the input manually button, all it's really going to do is it's going to, here I'll show you. You can scan your QR code, which is on the back of your camera. You're going to enter the password and confirm, and it'll add it that way. But what I want to show you is the LAN installation. So wireless, that one's pretty straightforward too. You enter your wireless password, then you're going to make sure that your phone is close to the camera, and it will try to find it. But the reason I want to show you the LAN is because if you have any issues with the manual input or the wireless, LAN will work every time. So this is the easiest one for me. Actually, I've owned several IP cameras, probably, I don't know, maybe a half dozen at least, and I always go straight for the LAN setup because it works. So basically all you do is you're going to connect that Ethernet cable that I showed you into the back of your router and then into the camera itself. The port is right on this camera. The port is right at the end of the cable. I showed you that as well. So you plug those in, make sure that the camera is powered on, then you're going to come down here and do, the local area network is connected. You click that button down there at the bottom. Now it's going to scan your network here, and it found the camera. It's just gave you a screenshot, which is of my kid's sheets, because the router's in his room. So anyway, you're going to add the camera at that point, and there you go. So camera's added successfully. It's the first time you try to click on it, it's going to tell you need to create a different password. So I'm going to create a different password because you guys can see it. I'm just going to create one that I'll modify later, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has to be at least 6. Now you're going to hit OK. The camera's actually going to reboot. So I'm going to pause this video for a second until it reboots. All right, so we're back. Once the camera reboots, if you're having issues getting it to load, just exit out of the app itself like this and re-enter the app. So after it reboots, now you should be good to go. We're going to go ahead and click on it. And the camera is connected. So there you go. Right now it's still connected by the network cable, so we have to change some settings on it. So we're going to go to parameter settings. You can change the Wi-Fi setting, the password, or the firmware upgrade. Before you connect it to Wi-Fi, I recommend coming down here to the firmware. You can check your current firmware, which is 7.2.81, and there's a new upgrade. So all I'm going to do is click here. I'm going to update it. And I'm going to wait for that to finish, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to connect it into your Wi-Fi, which is easy. So the reason that I do this while it's connected to Ethernet, Ethernet's faster than Wi-Fi. So when this is finished, I'll be back with you. All right, so once the firmware upgrade is complete, you can see that you have the latest firmware, which is 0.85 at this time. That's a super easy firmware upgrade, which I love, that they actually support their cameras and that the upgrade process is so easy. So anyway, so now you're going to do the last step, which is connect it to your Wi-Fi. So you're going to go into the Wi-Fi setting, and all you're going to do is you're going to find your Wi-Fi and all of these Wi-Fis, and you're going to connect in your information. Because I don't want you to see my password, I'm going to pause it one more time. I'm going to just type in my network name and password, and I'll be right back with you for the wrap up. All right, so we are back now, and basically after you enter your information, it's going to tell you to unplug your Ethernet cable, then it's going to restart the camera. It takes about a minute and a half, take you back to this page, and you can see that now we are on Wi-Fi, which is awesome. So there's the camera, it's all connected, and so we're not plugged in anymore. So that's the setup. You can see it's really easy. Basically, you plug it in, you find it, then you just put in your network password. And the reason, like I said, I use LAN all the time is because that one works on every camera every time. That's the best setup. So just to run you through the options here. So this is up here at the top. This is your play options. You can change your night vision. The horizontal and vertical mirror, let me show you that real fast. So I'm actually going to use that. If you mount the camera upside down, you're going to want to flip the vertical mirror. Okay, light mode, indoor mode, outdoor mode. So this is going to go outdoor. We're going to change that. Again, up here at the top, going back up, you have the SD card. And this is something that's super cool about this camera is it's an external camera, but it actually does have an a micro SD slot in the back. So you just unscrew the two little panels by the antenna in the back, the two little screws, pull off the panel, and you can throw in a card, which I think is awesome. And then right here is your alarm setting, so you can set your notification alarms to give you, I'm going to do the client. This means that it sends it to your phone. This means that it sends it to your email. And so I'm going to set the motion alarm, and you can set the sensitivity to make sure. This is the other thing that I think is awesome. So your arming schedule down here, you can actually add a schedule. So for me, I don't really like, I don't want it to go off during the day because we're in and out and in and out. But what I do want it to do is tell me if somebody comes in at nighttime when we're asleep. So you can actually set your days here and then set your start time. So I'm going to start it after about whatever, 7, 8, or 9. You can add your schedule so that it will only send you these alarms during your schedule. I think that is awesome. What a cool feature. So far so good. I'm actually really impressed with this camera. We're going to click on it to open it, and you can see it's functioning fine. I'm going to move it around so you can see. But what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and get it mounted outside, get some actual test footage so you can see the quality. All right, welcome back everybody. So I have it installed now. I'm going to go ahead and turn the phone sideways. That puts it in full screen mode so you can get a good clear shot of it. You can see this image quality is excellent. I purposely chose this time because it's very harsh lighting for these cameras. I've owned several of these cameras and the contrast couldn't handle the bright sun off of the car and the shadows in the back. You can see that this camera perfectly handles that, makes it nice and easy to see. You can clearly make out faces, which is awesome and super important, obviously, if you have a security camera. So I'm impressed with this camera. I really am. I've owned a bunch of them that have been so-so, and in every price range from 30 to 300. And I can tell you that this one actually outperforms its price range considerably. It's really easy to connect to your phone. It's really easy to mount. It's lightweight. They give you everything you need. The image quality is excellent. So I give this 5 stars. If I have any issues, I'll go ahead and update at the top of this review. You'll see a written update. And I'll also try to tack on some night vision tonight so you can kind of see how well that works also, because I'm curious as well. But you can see that the quality is very, very nice. And so I think that you're going to be really happy with this little camera. All right, and here's the night vision. You can see all the little bugs flying in the way there, but it's got really good night vision as well. It sees all the way to the back of my driveway. That's easily about 30, 40, maybe even 50 feet from where the camera is parked. Clearly make out the car, everything with it, so that we can watch that overnight. So all in all, I'm actually really impressed with this camera. Like I said before, it definitely performs outside of its price range, which I love when I actually run into products that do that. So I give this 5 stars all the way around. Buy it. I think you'll like it.